When when we talk about the term intelligent or thinking, I think that's something that we've talked about a little bit. I think there's a little bit of in the AI landscape, sort of like the branding, packaging, the idea of like it's thinking as a choice of sort of UI label. But when you think about that and you think like, is it thinking? Is it intelligent? What is your what metaphor do you use to kind of conceptualize that?
So I guess I'll start with when they say that the model is a thinking model or it's thinking what it's actually doing. So
Yeah.
you have the model and when you're feeding in some prompts and some inputs, you're building up what they call the context window. Basically, this input, you can think of the model as having some state, some structure, and as your prompt goes in, it's changing that model. So after you've fed in what your question is, it's no longer exactly the same model it was before. You could think it's got some state. So if you just flat out ask it a question, there's just I don't know, 10 words, 20 words, 30 more tokens from its base state, and it has to do what they call zero shot. It's just like, okay, from everything you remember, go. And it sometimes does good, it sometimes does not do good. So what they found, and this was actually one of the big breakthroughs with the R1, the DeepSeek model. It came out of China, which caused a massive crash to the U.S. stock market because it was so far more advanced than people thought that could come out of China. They had a model generating tokens, generating things that were not meant to be fed to the user. There was some intermediate thing where it can kind of take the prompt, mull it over, and then feed it back into itself so it can build that context and kind of narrow down this space of answers to something that's more accurate. And so when it says it's thinking, you could think of it that it's actually just talking to itself. And